Okay, so we gotta have a chat. High risk. Scratch that. Extremely high risk, in my opinion. But holy crap, extremely high reward happening right now. I'm about to do something. And I need to be real clear to you guys on this, but I am about to do something that normally I don't think I would do. But I'm researching this thing called Bitpetite. It's kind of like BitConnect, where you essentially put your Bitcoin or cryptos in here and it earns interest kind of a thing and gives it back. But BitConnect, which has been going on for like a year and a half now, nobody's been scammed. Nobody, and it's like a multi-level marketing. You refer somebody and you get something percent of theirs, and if they refer somebody, it's like a 2 or 3 tiered system. It's been going on for a year and a half. Nobody's been scammed. Nobody's been screwed. And I'm like, look at this. I'm like, this is just frightening. It almost looks like a Ponzi. I mean, everyone's putting the money. You got to put money in. You got to have new people putting money in for a Ponzi to work, right? And multi-level on top of it, which I heard someone emailed me and said, hey, in like a week or two, they're actually getting rid of that, and it's only going down one tier of like referral, multi-level, whatever. But I got to be real. Realist news. I haven't found anybody who's been scammed or blew up on them, anything. So I'm like, man, I wonder if there's something to this. So I'm browsing around today. I find this damn thing called Bitpetite. Reason being, I'm watching another video, on the Google, on the YouTube, on the side, related videos. What the hell, Bitpetite? 147%, this and that. I'm like, what is this? Some nonsense scammer. And I'm watching it. Oh, that's interesting. Go to the website, see how it works. It's very similar to BitConnect, except they're saying every day, 6 weeks, you only need to leave your money in there for 6 weeks. And I say money, I think they accept Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. You leave it in there for 6 weeks, and it's essentially you're paid back. So what happens is, let's say you put in like 1 Bitcoin, just for example. You earn interest pretty much immediately every day, and it's supposed to be 4.5% every single day. For, again, 6 weeks, month and a half. By the time the month and a half comes, and let's just use today's price on Bitcoin, $6,000. That $6,000 will be back, and an additional roughly 47% on top of it. So in theory, you should be getting somewhere near $8,000 to $9,000. Because they say 4.5% on the weekdays, 1% on the weekends. I don't know why that is. So I'm looking at this. Oh, this sounds like a damn scam to me. But I said, well, wait a minute. So did BitConnect, and it's been going on for a year and a half. This Bitpetite thing is pretty new. I've been following the Google trends, and it had absolutely no traction until literally maybe roughly 2 months ago. And I'm looking at the trends, and they're just going way up as far as people searching and get, basically the analytics of that word. You can use Google Trends, and you see it going way up. So I'm like, okay, so now all of a sudden there's a rush of people into this because the word's getting around, I guess. And I'm like, I gotta find scam, Bitpetite scam. And there's one video, there's one article. Guys, this doesn't make sense. This is a scam. This is that, How could they pay those kind of interest? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm thinking, yeah. But they are. And I can't find anybody. Now, there's people saying just based off of what it does, this has to be a scam. It'll blow up at some point. It can't work. So again, I'm thinking, well, they said the same thing about BitConnect. I recently talked about BitConnect the other day. How I said to you, I'm terrified. Like, I can't touch that thing. I'm just scared of it. Looks like Ponzi and multi-level marketing. And someone's like, yeah, but you remember Cliff High's Webbot talked about it and said it would work. The data showed it working. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But I'm just like, the really, really high risk stuff, God, I'm scared to death of it. But I'm looking at this and I'm seeing videos of people, nope, I've gotten my money. I'm seeing the comments of tons of different people. It's not the same people. They're on medium.com. They're on Reddit. Reddit. They're on YouTube and comments, and of course everybody's like, hey, use my referral, because again, if someone uses your referral, you get a percentage of their activity, whatever, just typical multi-level marketing. But so does BitConnect and all that, right? So I'm like just searching and searching and searching, and I can't find a single person that said they got me. My money was in there and this happened and we got it, boop, boop, boop. I can't find it. So I'm like, man. So my brain starts thinking, all right, wait a minute. Ponzi schemes go on for years many times before it finally found out, the thing blew up and that was that. BitConnect has been going on for a year and a half and going strong. No problems. It's working exactly how it's supposed to. Now there's this Bitpetite thing, and I'm looking at YouTubers using it. And it's working. And I'm sitting here telling myself 4.5% every single day, Monday through Friday, 1% on the weekends. You remember that program I told you guys I was using? It was called Trader Daddy. I didn't tell you at first because it was kind of in beta, and they didn't want a whole bunch of people knowing yet. Hitting them up to get on the beta. But it was called Trader Daddy, and it was tied into Bittrex, your exchange account, and this and that, whatever. It would trade your coins. Any coins you sent over to the account on Bittrex, it would go and trade those ones for you, which you would pick out of 5 which ones you want it to trade, and then it just trades them every day. 1% here, 1.5% there, whatever. And I said, I put in 5 Bitcoin back then. It lasted a month, and towards the very end of the month, I added 2 more Bitcoin just for the hell of it, not expecting to pull it all back out to get into these ICOs. This was many months ago, but that's why I did it. By the end of that month, I had half a Bitcoin profit, just an FYI. But that was really on the back of 5 Bitcoins, you could say. The other 2 I just added the last minute. They don't really count. Not bad, not bad. But I'm looking at what this damn Bitpetite thing's doing, and it's mind-boggling, and I can't take it anymore. And I'm about to maybe either do A, one of the stupidest decisions of my life, or B, one of the most epic, highly, 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 highly risky things I've ever done in my life, and it may pay off unbelievably. And if I could get in early and get out early, who cares? Get in and get out. Again, BitConnect's been going on for a year and a half. This Bitpetite thing's new, and it's like rocketing. Everyone's trying to get in it right now. Not that it matters how many people are in it. So let me be very clear as I'm ending this video. I'm going to risk. You want to know how much I'm about to risk on this? I'm about to, and let me stop. Let me stop for 1 second. You do remember my Veritasium trade, $5,400 roughly into $97,000. I didn't use all that for my house, as you know. I needed some for down payment. I've got Bitcoin, I've got Litecoin, I've got these other cryptos, I've got Ethereum, right? So I've got a nice portfolio. So the way I'm looking at this is if I put this $5,000 into this and I lose it all, I'm not really upset because, hey, it was off of $5,000 I originally had and I made $7,000 off it. Not to mention the other cryptos, Bitcoin going way up, Ethereum, still $300 something, whatever. Litecoin jumped from 42 to 50, 60. So I've got some profit to play with is what I'm telling you. And if I lost this, it would not really hurt because of the other stuff that I have is all I'm trying to tell you. Having said that, I cannot sit here on the sidelines watching videos and then people even coming back into Reddit and other comments on YouTube saying, hey, it's me again, replying to their own comment from like a month and a half, 2 months ago. Guys, it's still, I told you I'd come back, it's still working. I still got mine. I'm still getting it every day now. I'm up such and such. I'm like, holy crap. And you only put in how much? You're up that much? And holy, I'm like, oh my God. My mind's going, they're putting hundreds of dollars into this, and I'm about to put 5,000 into it is where my mind is at. So, number one, this, in my opinion here, is extremely, extremely risky. But as Bill O'Reilly once said, F it, or do it live. Or write it and I'll do it live. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to put 5 into this as what might possibly be an unbelievable Hail Mary that turns into the most epic reward ever in a short amount of time, and you can reinvest partial of your profit back into it so it compounds. And I'm watching people with good ideas on this saying, well, I'm going to put, someone said I think they were taking out 30% and putting back 70% of all the profits made into it. So he said, a couple, whatever times of this, and I'm whole again. Then anything after that is just 100% pure profit. And if I lost that, whatever, it didn't matter, I already got my profit out. So what they're talking about is when you put in, whether it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, there's a few coins they allow. And I heard they're about to add Monero here shortly as another addition. What happens is whatever you put in, you're not getting, it's not like you put in the principal amount, like 1 Bitcoin in my example, and then you get back your Bitcoin plus all the interest. It doesn't work that way. You put in the 1 Bitcoin in this example, and it earns 4.5% every day. By the time you get to the 6 weeks, it's been paid back to you in full and then some, the additional 47% profit roughly. So again, the example would be you don't get exactly your same Bitcoin back plus all this profit, you know. You're going to get what amounts to roughly 1.5 times, right? I gave you an example of $6,000 Bitcoin turning into $8,000 to $9,000. Really closer to $9,000 because it's 147%. So 1.5, you know, it's really, you're upping it half your time, half the amount you put in. So if you put in 5,000, it becomes 7,500. If you put in 6,000, it becomes 900, right? 5,000, yeah, 75, 6,000 would be around 9,000. I think, yeah, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So anyways, make sure my math was right. What I'm telling you is I'm about to go balls to the wall. Not super bad, but I can't stand here watching. I'm looking at people's screenshots. I'm looking at them log into their accounts. Initial investment, $500. Here it is today. You got, you know, $900. How the hell are you going to turn 500 or whatever, maybe $600 or whatever, $600 into 900 in 6 weeks? That's crazy. So again, same math, higher number. $5,000 equals this. If you put in $10,000, you know what I mean? Like, but there's a nervous, scared side of me that says I don't want to, even though it's kind of free money from my profit last time, I still don't want to risk a lot. So I'm putting in $5,000. I'm doing this today. And I notice when you're on there, again, the multi-level thing, of course, it gives you an ID so that if you send anybody else, you can get a little piece, you know, multi-level, whatever. So all I'm saying is this, and first and foremost, I'm not asking you to get into this with me. I am not asking you to take the dive into this thing that seems pretty risky. But I can't take it anymore and I'm going in. I'm jumping in. If by chance you decide, Joe, what the hell? I got nothing to lose. I'm going to try it too. And it doesn't matter how much you put in, honestly. I just gave 5 as my number because that's what I want to try to make something out of it quick. All I'm asking is if you don't mind, and this is only for people who decide to do this. Again, I'm not asking, I'm not begging you to join, get my link, use my link. No. I would just appreciate if you did. Obviously, because I get a little chunk of the pie or whatever that they do on their website that comes to me ultimately, like anybody else would. This is the same for BitConnect. Anybody that's in BitConnect is doing it right now. Anybody that has YouTube channels asking, hey, join my BitConnect. It's the same thing. But I'm not here to try to capitalize off of your back. Like, let me go do a video so I can, you know, get my people. No. That's why I'm telling you, only if you decide, Joe, I'm going to try this crap with you. What the hell? I ain't got nothing to lose. What the hell? Risk, reward, and, you know, I've been in worse things in my life, me personally, and lost, you know, everything crypto related for the most part. It's been doing pretty well. And what the hell? I'm going for it. So if you do, I'm going to put my little affiliate link thing, whatever ID that they give me on the website when I sign up here shortly, and use it. What the hell? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, because if we can get in and out and this thing ends up blowing up in a couple years from now, I'm just making it up. I don't know. I don't want it to blow up at all. I want this thing to keep going and making us all kinds of money. If I can get in and out in the near future, reinvest it. Okay, I got a huge chunk of change now. You got a huge chunk of change from it. You put in. I'm out. You know what? Let's let that thing go wherever it's going to go. Hey, God bless it if it keeps going. If it ends, sorry about everyone else's luck at the time. You know, who knows? I really don't know. That's why I'm saying this is very high risk for me. But I'm sitting there trying desperately to find someone that lost, got scammed, and I can't find it other than a couple people just saying why it seems like it's a scam. Here's what I'm looking at, and this does not look good. And it's the same reason that I said with BitConnect. It just looks very suspicious, but wait a minute, it's been going on for a year and a half. Everyone's still getting paid. No one's had any problems. It's like, well, and the fact that cryptos keep rising and rising and rising in price, like unbelievably, that I think also plays a role as to why this thing keeps going on great, and which may be why Bitpetite takes off and runs too. So you have rising cryptos during this. It's not hard to get this interest rate back, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going in, and if you're going with me, again, understand high risk, but very high reward, but high risk. So who's with me and who's not? Put your comments below. I'm going in, baby. Take care.